Have you ever thought that maybe you would like to see a mashup of, Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and a bear? I know, I never expected it. But you know what that means. It's time for more San Diego Comic-Con exclusives.
Starting transmission.
Alright guys, so first up, we're actually going to be talking about $7 a pop. Now, this is a company that specializes in a lot of Funko Pops. They have the Mystery Grail game and some other types of mystery boxes. They also bring us those really amazing pop protectors. Oh, and they also work with a lot of different toy companies too to bring very cool exclusives, especially to San Diego Comic-Con. And this year is no different. They're going to be bringing us several different types of exclusive from a wide range of designer toys. So without further ado, let's jump on in and take a look at these figures. So first up, from Barely, we're going to have a metallic Krang. So this is a pretty cool looking figure. It looks like the Krang from the cartoon series and the action figures, but it's in the shape of a bear. I like this one a lot. It's going to be a metallic version. It is limited to only 125 pieces, and it's going to cost $40. You know what though? I don't have any Bareleys, but this may be the first Barely I pick up. Alright. Now from Handmade by Robots, another toy line, they're going to have several exclusives available at $7 a pop booth. So first up, they're going to have a Godzilla Black Light. This is pretty cool looking if you take a look at it. This is going to cost about $20. They're going to have the popcorn creatures from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But the special thing about this one is it's going to be scented like popcorn. That's pretty neat. This is going to be limited to 120 pieces, and it's going to cost you about $20. And now for the next two items, they have been around for a long time. And unfortunately, they just haven't really sold out on their website. We're getting the orange dress Elvira figures. So we're either going to get the normal one, or you're going to get an autographed Elvira figure. So the normal one is going to cost you about $10, whereas the autographed version is going to cost you $75. Of course, get an autograph by Elvira herself. Can't go wrong with that. So next up, they're going to also have figures from Abominable Toys. We're going to get this Amethyst Chomp. I love this one. This one's really cool looking. It's like crystals and everything like that. This one might be a pickup for us. And this one's going to be limited to 250 pieces, and it's going to cost you $74. In addition, we're also beginning the Orange Skeleton Chomp. Now this one is limited to only 555 pieces, and this was pretty neat. This is actually kind of an older version because I believe, I have one right over here in the corner. So, I have one of these from past conventions, and this is going to cost you $40. We are also going to be getting a collaboration between Frozen Culture and Abominable Toys. And this is a Chomp Popsicle. This looks really neat too. I like this one. And guess what? It also comes with a chase. Can't go wrong if you're getting a chase. Alright. And this one's coming in at $55 each. Alright. Next up, we're also going to be getting stuff from the Smee World and Ben Gravy collaboration. Or again, another one of his pineapple skulls. For the actual figure, we're getting the Pacific Dreamer Gravy. I actually do like this one. I like the color, texture, the style of this one. I said I was going to just grab that one. But now I'm thinking about grabbing this one too. In addition, we're also going to get the pin set for this one too. For the actual figure, it's going to be limited to 200 pieces and cost $55. So if you want to get the bundle, which is the pin and the figure, this is limited to only 100 pieces, and it's going to cost you $70. And in addition to that, they're also going to have some signature pops. So these are the figures are autographed by celebrities. So they're going to have several of those out. Some from Dragon Ball Z, some from Sid and Marty, and we're going to have a Yondu one too. So you'll be able to pick up those two at the booth. And in addition, they're going to have a bunch of autographs going off at the same time too. So they're going to have celebrities lining up and autographing Funko Pops too. So take a look at that. If you haven't started following $7 a pop on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere like that, I will go check them out. Check a light, find out who they're going to have autographing stuff this year. And you know what? Hey, if you're going to stop on by, check it out. All right. Now that leads me into some of the companies that are owned by Funko. So first up, we have Loungefly. So Loungefly is going to be doing a couple of different bags this year. So the first thing they're going to have is this really adorable Stitch mini backpack. It's really cute. It's like a nighttime stitch. There's going to be a wallet to go with it in addition to like a little keychain figure. You know what? These all glow in the dark. They're really nice, really cute little set. If you're a fan of Disney's Lilo and Stitch and you love all the Stitch items that are coming out from Funko and Loungefly, this is going to be an item you want to pick up for your collection. And for that Stitch, no price has been announced yet and no piece count either. So we don't know how many they're making. We don't know quite how much that's going to cost. But if I were to guess, I'm going to say about $80 for that backpack. $80 to $90 for that backpack. Now, for the Spider-Man fans, we're getting a Spider-Man backpack that's pretty cool. This one's going to cost you $90. There is no piece count on this one either. For this wallet, you get a really nice, cool-looking like Spider-Man hanging upside down, a little Spider-Man logo on the back. I like this, really neat looking. And then for an additional $30, you can get the Spider-Man accordion wallet. Now, this is pretty cool. I do need a new wallet. I'll see how big this is. If it's a good size, I might pick one of these up because I like this little wallet. It's really neat. Now, if you're a fan of Cafe Cinnamon, you know what? They're going to have a cinema roll. I hope I did not butcher that. That's a pretty big mouthful right there. So, this is going to be a cute little backpack they're going to have for this one. So, for this, they're also going to be a wallet and a pin set too. So, this is pretty cool looking. If you're a fan of this anime style, of this, I would say go ahead and pick this up for yourself. Price-wise, I do not have an actual price yet or a piece count for these yet. And last but not least, coming from Loungefly, we're getting a full-size Voltron backpack that lights up. This thing is really cool looking. I really like this backpack. The eyes light up on it. There's not many pictures online for this backpack. I had actually pulled the actual video clip of all the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from their Instagram, as you'll see right here, some screenshots. But this is really cool. Again, there's no price tag listed yet or what the piece count is. But you know what, though? This is a cool backpack, if I say so myself. I know you Voltron fans out there will want to pick this up. All right. On to the next big toy company, and this is one of my favorite toy companies, and that is Mondo. So this company is also owned by Funko, and, you know, they've had their little rough patches since Funko took over them, but they have some really cool statues and figures coming out for San Diego Comic-Con. And these are the high-end collectibles. So, they're not going to be cheap. They're going to be quite expensive, but they're going to be limited. And they're going to look really cool. So, first up, they're going to have a Masters of the Universe Scare Glow soft vinyl figure. Now, this is going to be the Cherry Blossom glow-in-the-dark variant of it. And this is really cool looking. You know, the glow on this is amazing also. And it does come with different pieces, a lot of things that come with it. It looks really neat. The box looks amazing for this. And this is going to be limited to only 500 pieces. And with that comes a very hefty price tag of $265. If you're a fan of Masters of the Universe and you love the design of this figure, I'm going to say you might want to pick this up. Next up, for X-Men 97, we're getting a 1/6 scale figure of Cyclops in his classic costume. Now, this looks really cool. You know what? This one comes with a lot of articulation, little like extra weapons and like parts and pieces, hands, gloves, you know, you name it, comes with everything. This thing is really neat. Now, this one is limited to only 650 pieces and the price tag of $240. I know it's very pricey, but come on, take a look at this. Doesn't it look amazing? Don't you want to have this in your collection? You know, I kind of do. And next up, we're going to get an All Monsters Attack soft vinyl figure, the Cherry Blossom Glow Set 2. It seems like we're getting a lot of cherry blossoms. I'm wondering if that's a theme for this year. But anyways, this figure set includes Godzilla, Gabara, and Manila. I probably just butchered all those names altogether. You know what, though? This is a pretty cool set. The glow on these look amazing, too. So I can't wait to see these in actual like person. So this set is limited to only 250 pieces, and it's going to run you $240 too for this 3-pack. You know what? Hey, not too shabby. You know, look how much detail and everything goes into these figures. I mean, it's pretty neat. I do like these. I don't think I pick up my collection. I don't collect much Godzilla stuff, but you know what though? If you're a Godzilla fan, these might be figures you want to pick up. So next up, we're going to get a Demogorgon that is designed by James Groman, and it's an 80s fever variant. It's pretty much black light looking. Now, this thing is pretty cool looking. You get not just the Demogorgon with his face opened up, you get an extra head so that it's closed, and you get a little baby Demogorgon too. That's really neat. You get these little collections like this. Now, this one is limited to only 300 pieces, and this is going to cost you $276. Whew. That's a lot of money, if I say so myself. But you know what, though? I really like this one. It's really cool looking. If I collected more Stranger Things items, it's probably one of the add to my collection. Next up, we have a figure that looks freaking amazing, and that is Colossus Juggernaut. Now, this thing is pretty cool looking. Take a look at it. Everything about this is amazing. I love the design. It's actually a pretty big figure. I'm going to put on the screen the actual size comparison of how big it is. I think it's pretty huge. And this is coming in at $210, and it's only limited to 700 pieces. So, there's a lot more of these around. You know what? Look how cool this looks. This looks amazing. This is a collector toy to grab for your collection. Next up, we're going to be heading into Godzilla X-Con, The New Empire. Now, these two figures are also Cherry Blossom Glow. So, like I said, it's going with the theme, the Cherry Blossom Glow theme that we saw with the other Godzilla and we saw with Scare Glow. So, we're still in that theme. And this is going to be a Godzilla and a King Kong figure. So, for Godzilla, this one's going to be limited to 350 pieces, and it's going to cost you $190. You know what, though? Look at this. It looks pretty cool. I actually do like the Cherry Blossom Glow color scheme that it has on it. Looks really neat. And for the King Kong, which is actually not my favorite of the designs, this one kind of looks weirder than the Godzilla. I don't know. I think I like Godzilla more than King Kong in that sense. But anyways, this King Kong is going to cost you $190 also, but this one's more limited at coming in with only 250 pieces. And that's a good low piece count right there. You know what? Under $200, you get both of these for about $400. That's a pretty good deal. And these are pretty cool. Another thing Mondo is known for is its posters and its records. So for the posters, I'm going to show a couple here on the screen. These vary in prices and limited piece count, but I just want to show you a couple that I liked a lot. There's way more posters out there that they're going to have. And for their records, I'm going to throw some more here on the screen right here too. There's a whole bunch of them. They range in different prices from $50 up to $100 and some dollars. So they are expensive. But look at the designs on the albums. The artwork on the poster is amazing. The design and artwork on the albums are amazing. You know what though? Mondo kicks butt when it comes to these collectibles. And you know what though? I think this year, maybe my first year picking up some Mondo merchandise. I don't know. Still thinking about it, but who knows? Might be picking up some stuff this year. All right, guys. So another toy company that we're also going to be looking at for this time around is Tamashii Nations. So these are the guys that do that really cool articulated figures. You see them at Barnes & Noble. You see them at Hot Topic and some toy stores. These are really cool and detailed. So they're going to be having a couple anime figures this year. For the Dragon Ball Z fans, to be able to buy these figures, you're going to have to make sure you hit the Dragon Ball Z activation event that's outside the convention in order to get a pass to go in to buy these figures. So the figures are going to be Dragon Ball Z Son Goku and Son Gohan figure. This is going to cost you about $100. And then there's going to be a Dragon Ball Z Jiren figure, Final Battle, also going to cost $75. And a Dragon Ball Z Future Trunks Super Saiyan figure that's also going to cost $75. All these look pretty cool. I do like the looks of all these. And if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you're going to buy figures you want to pick up. Because, man, look at the articulation of these. It's so amazing. As for the other figures you're going to have, these don't require reservations, but you have to line up early to get them. Because once they sell out, they sell out. So first up we're going to have is from Naruto, we have a Kakashi figure. That's going to cost you $80. This one looks pretty cool. Not much to this one, but you know what? It's a very neat design. In addition, we're also going to be getting a Godzilla Monster Arts figure, and this one looks really cool. It looks very detailed, very articulate too. This one's going to come in at a whopping price of $95. Woo, that's a big price tag. Again, these are very expensive figures, and you know what? Are you fans of these figures? I know I am. I like figures. I was picking up the Power Ranger figures from this collection, and I love those the most. I'm not a big fan of the other figures, but you know what though? I was a fan of anime. I think these are probably figures I want to pick up for my collection. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for today. I know, kind of went over a lot of the more expensive stuff and some of the cheaper stuff, but I wanted to show off the high-end items they're going to have for San Diego Comic-Con, because tomorrow we are going to be going over all the Funko San Diego Comic-Con exclusives and kind of just breaking down whether or not we love it or we want to leave it. So stay tuned for that video, and you know what? Leave a comment down below where any of these figures from Mondo, Loungefly, $7 a pop are you going to pick up? I know I have several items for that I want to pick up for my collection, but I'm very curious on what items you're going to pick up. Let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, this is JD with the Figgy Pop Collector Channel.
That concludes a Figgy Pop transmission.